The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 3. They'll go again with Gibson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Howell, he'll look to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On first and 10, it's Gibson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3. Here's Gibson on the read option. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Here's Gibson on the read option. Javon Hargrave there on the stop. This defense for the Niners very strong in that victory a week ago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5.
And it is caught at the 10-yard line. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A huge play there for Washington. And even 40 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Robinson, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. 3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. Robinson again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Ready. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the end zone, Stafford. Forced out to, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he won't get in, but you can't be set up any better than that. They'll have the ball at the
After that play, I think we know one quarterback will be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
Gibson is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Gibson. And a carbon copy there, at least as far as the results are concerned, as he'll be dropped behind the line yet again. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Powell, 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Arda, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally, sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been, because it's been an all-around game for him. Taking the ball away, rushing the quarterback, and sacking him himself, doing a number of different things that change the way the game is played.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Clock running here. Under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. On 2nd down, Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That nigga tell me a fucking joke.
It's out, it's loose. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Now Howell. They'll get 9 there.
Nigga had the ball in the red zone twice. Like on the fucking one.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Oh, my gosh.
The field, he's got a man complete. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have the Washington 1st down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th. Back to throw, Howell. He'll get just a yard on the scramble at 2nd down.
They
made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he's going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's got Gibson on the outright. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Howell. Dodson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead grows to 10-0. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
He's going to run a lot.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ballgame as they come up 1st and 10.
What's up with this shit today? I'm pretty little. All my lines is not fucking blocking.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
What the fuck, Stafford?
It to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Racing to the end zone. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And now we'll throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown, Washington. Cole Turner. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
That fucking real shit that
Score 17-0.
Before he got one killed. That nigga just went up
Kick
and
team
down.
out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And here comes a return for the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
A window. It was blurry as fuck.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. He's brought down by Terrell Burgess. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 37 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball.
Nigga, why are you throwing it so short? I'm fucking free-forming to the outside.
Starting to put together some drives.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. To the air again, Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Now it's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so they dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And his kick is indeed good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Stafford. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down at 17. Stafford's throw taken in by Samuel. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run with Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. Stafford. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Now, after the loss, they'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford.
I go to the fucking ball. Oh, no, he's not going to the ball.
He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. In motion right, Debo. A fake on the jet sweep as they run with Cook up the middle. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way.
And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. James Cook, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
And they can thank their defense for this one. They were set up with a short field following the turnover, but they took care of business as well, working their way down. And
Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Al now to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Commanders' first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
We saw that indeed, picking up the first. From the 43, here's a 2nd down and 6. Throwing here, Howell. Oh, the turnover fest continues.
Something like that. I just gave up 100 yards. I would never give up 100 yards.
Picked up by Fred Warner. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. the Niner offense is back on the field, and they're going to try for 2 here. They're going to try and run. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Nigga, you checking the offensive pass interference? God damn.
I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
2nd down. Howell now. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. A give running right, Gibson. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
That's really good.
3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to get the football back at their own 17. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a pickup before, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now Stafford. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Cook up the gut. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And 3 stacks.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And this pass caught by Gray. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now Stafford. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
They hold the team down. They don't get the ball.
Washington on 3rd down. They've only converted 1 missing 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Stafford looks to throw again.
Oh, man, no.
Incomplete on the deep ball.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Stafford.
My nigga, if you would have fucking picked it off with something, Stafford, I would, man, I would cut your ass.
Taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the
Nigga,
6.
I put it inside to where he should have scored.
In the 4th quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets him up with 1st and goal.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. James Cook. That's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This take it in at the goal line.
All right,
This
partner, get
nigga,
that disapproving
fucking
look off
dummy.
your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world.
I don't know what the
He's
fuck
hoping
this
his
nigga tried to
offense
do,
can
but
bail him
nigga
out.
hurdle and they made him kneeling on the 1.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
I don't know what the fuck they made him do, but he hurdled and they made him kneeling on the 1.
Time out the interception that led to
Safety, baby.
he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety.
Every team has
Nigga, he got it. I kicked the ball. He kicked the ball and like he hurdled and then fucking made him down it at the 1.
executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Almost.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as
24 to
well.
28.
And they free kick it from the 20 now. Here's McLeod on the return.
What's all this fucking doing? You have to do it. Got that outside.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now this series could very well determine our outcome. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Cook on the toss left. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the 1st down to go along with it. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Cook again. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Keep in mind they can still get a 1st down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Third down, here's a run by Cook, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And he holds it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Danny Gray, a 5-yard touchdown. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. They do tack on the extra point as well. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Here is Wisnowski to put it away following the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here's first down. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Here comes second down at 5. On second down, here's Gibson again.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here's 3rd and 3. Here's Howell. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Howell going to audible to something else. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Here's second and a yard. Howell to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. 2 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's a 1st and 10 now. Gibson toss right. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Here's second down. He's back to throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. Back to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And now this one may draw a penalty.
That should be a runoff.
Just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And
That should be a runoff.
The flag is out. So after the loss of down, they'll come up here with a 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And he's got it.
This was a Charvarius Ward. Did not come down.
Now Joey Sly for the point after.
Charvarius Ward.
They're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
I don't think they come down.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
This one.
One last throw here for Stanford. That's complete. It's Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A fun, close ball game.